Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Paul, MyFitnessPaul across all social media, and I am in the beautiful Cragside Gardens in Northumberland, and today is going to be all about setting 5 short to long term goals that I want to achieve this year in terms of my weight loss journey. If you're new here, I'm a 33-year-old guy starting at 170 kilograms and I'm trying to get to below 100 kilograms. So this video is going to be setting out all of my short-term goals for the next 6 months. So if you watch my last video, you'll know I started this journey at 210 kilograms and I've since dropped down to 170 kilograms, and you'll know that's because I was terrified of COVID. I thought I was going to die from COVID and I needed to do something. But for the last probably year and a half, I have maintained my weight at 170 kilograms and it's frustrated us. And the way I lost weight initially was I did something a little bit extreme, dumb. I would set off from my house with only my keys and a bottle of water and my shirt and pants. But I would set off and I'd walk for miles and miles and miles until I couldn't walk anymore. And then I would have to turn around and walk home because I had no way of getting home. I didn't have a phone to book an Uber, I didn't have a wallet to pay for a bus. I had nothing on me, so it forced me to walk miles and miles, then turn around and walk miles and miles again. And I started to really enjoy doing that. It got a little bit excessive because I would do it every single day. So I've decided now that as part of my routine, as well as the gym, I'm adding in short hikes. And as I said last time, I'm absolutely blessed to have some wonderful country parks, some beautiful coastline and lovely historic manor houses and castles that I can go and visit and make the trip worthwhile going. I'm in a place called Cragside today and I never knew how beautiful it was. I haven't been since I was maybe 6 years old, and it's just, everything's so lush and green, smells like fresh air. It's just a wonderful place. So yeah, it's something that I'm adding into my routine. There's 40 acres I think here to walk around, so I'm having a little wander around as I tell you about my goals for the next 6 months. So the first goal I want to achieve is probably the most simple one, but it's also the most difficult one for me. in July 14th, I fly to Japan from the UK, which is going to be nigh on a 24-hour flight. It's a hell of a long flight with a few layovers, and one thing I want to do is to be as slim as possible going into that flight, because I do not want to sit uncomfortable on a plane at 170 kilograms. So my aim is between now and July to lose 10 kilograms. I do think that's achievable, and I do think it's possible for me to do if I stick to my next 4 goals. So goal number 2 is going to be very much linked into the first goal, in that I want to have every day a 500 calorie deficit. The calculators that I've used tell me that for a sedentary person, which I am because I work 9 to 5, so I'm sitting on my backside for 8 hours a day, I need to be eating around 3,000 calories to maintain my weight. However, that is unsustainable for me. I hate eating that much food anyway, so I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to say my top level is 2,600 calories, which I think is a sensible amount for someone my size. And so for a 500 calorie deficit, I'd be wanting to eat around 2,100 calories per day, and that is something that is easily achievable, and it's going to ensure that I lose the weight quickly but in a sustainable way, in that I'm not starving myself, and I am ensuring that I continue to eat healthily. So that is goal number 2. So goal number 3 is going to link into the last 2 goals that I've had, and that is to have 3 days a week strength workouts. My routine is going to be a push, pull, leg to begin with, though that may change as time goes on and I get more advice from people that are more in the know. However, one of the main ways I've found that I enjoy losing weight is going to the gym. So that's going to be my main form of exercise alongside these walks and hikes. I may not do a walk or a hike every weekend, but certainly the gym is going to be at least 3 times a week. And that's simply because strength workouts is one of the best ways to lose weight, and it's the best way to keep the weight off, because it also helps with mental health, and it also helps with loose skin, tightening it all up. And that's something that's going to be important for me. With how big I am going to have loose skin, so that is something that I need to think about. And to really work on my core fitness, my core stomach area so that I can tighten it up as much as possible, and if I do need surgery at the end of it, it won't be so invasive. But yeah, that's goal number 3, to do a strength workout 3 times a week, starting off with a push-pull full body routine. I may change that up, as I said, but that's goal number 3. So one of the things I mentioned that I've been doing to help me lose weight is that I've been using the Couch to 5k app. I've been doing some interval, let's call it jogging, on the treadmill. It's something I really enjoy doing. Well, I say that. I don't physically enjoy doing it. I enjoy the after effects of it. It really helps to clear my mind, and it really helps to lift my mental health and my mood enormously. So it's something that I've been trying to integrate into my workout plans. It's something that at the moment I've only been doing on the treadmill because it's only where I feel comfortable jogging, because I get out of breath very quickly, and it's something that I'm not so comfortable doing outside where people might be, as silly as that sounds. But that links into goal number 4. So goal number 4 is that I want to run continuously. As I say run, I want to jog continuously for 5 minutes by the end of August, and that is something that is 100% achievable. The Couch to 5k app, I'm on week 2. I've been repeating week 2 for a little while, and week 2 is basically 90 seconds of running to 2 minutes walking, 90 seconds running, 2 minutes walking, and that repeats I think 6 times. So it's about building up that stamina and that fitness to get me to that 5 minute continuous jogging. And by the end of August, I'm hoping that I can physically do it, and I'm setting a date on my calendar to go out and complete that run and film the 5 minute continuous run. I mean, it's not going to make for a great entertaining video, but you'll be able to see it on my channel at some point. So yeah, look out for that, and that is goal number 4, to run continuously for 5 minutes. So goal number 5 is going to be a more continuous goal, but it is something that I want to achieve by the end of October, and it is something that I think I can achieve, and it does sort of link into goal number 4 of the running and getting back outside and doing the running outside. And that is that for 5 days of the week I want to walk at least 7,500 steps per day. Now the reason I don't want to do 10,000 per day is because I don't want it to become unsustainable and I don't want to burn out. I want to have that leeway to not do it on 2 days of the week if I'm tired, or if I just don't want to, or I can't do it. And I want to have that leeway, not pushing myself to the 10,000 steps immediately. 7,500 steps. When I'm at work, for example, I do about 5,000 steps. I walk to the gym, so that's another 2,000 steps. So that is very much something that I can do in my regular routine. Now I could push it, the extra 3,000 steps, but I don't see the point, honestly. 7,500 steps is a good target to hit initially, and it is something that is going to help massively to lose weight. I've found myself personally, the best thing when you're heavy like me is to just start walking, because going to the gym isn't intimidating. You might not know what you're doing, you might not know how to do certain exercises, you might not be able to run, so just walking, even I've seen people huge, much bigger than me, that start to lose weight just by walking to the end of the drive and back a couple of times. And as I say, one of the things that started me losing weight was I just walk and walk and walk until I couldn't anymore, and then I turn around and walk home. That was unsustainable, but 7,500 steps, that's more than sustainable 5 days a week, and it is something I can record quite easily. I have my watch which tells me exactly how many steps. I'm currently on 6,100 today, so only 1,500 to go. But yeah, it's something that's more than achievable, and yeah, that's all 5 goals. So those are my goals for the next 6 months or so. Goal number 1 is to lose 10 kilograms by July 14th for when I go to Japan. Goal number 2 is to maintain a calorie deficit of around 500 calories for about 90% of the time of the entire 6 months. Goal number 3 is to maintain a schedule of a 3-day-a-week strength routine, either in the gym or at home, depending on circumstances. Goal number 4 is by the end of August, I want to run for continuously 5 minutes, or jog for 5 minutes. And goal number 5 is to walk 7,500 steps for 5 days out of the 7 per week. I've chosen these goals because I think they are achievable and realistic over the next 6 months, and it's something that I can actually measure in a sustainable way to help me lose the weight, and more importantly to keep it off. But I am going to need your help with that. So for the next 6 months, at the end of every month, I'm going to do an update video on these goals. I'm going to tell you about everything that I've achieved, every target that I've smashed, and every time I've failed. I'm going to measure it all on Excel sheets to make sure that I don't lose track of anything, and I'm going to need your help to know when to change my goals and when to update them, and when to push myself to get a little bit more out of myself. So if you're interested, drop a comment down below, tell us which one you're most interested in, tell us any of your weight loss goals that you might have, or any of your fitness goals that you might have in your comments below, and let's do this together, and I'll see you all next time. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow, depending on which platform you're on. This is something that I'm hoping will be a long-term plan for me, and I'd love for you all to join me along